Well, something's crazy happening. Something crazy is happening in the West Coast, and I just want to show you. I didn't expect this. When I read it, I was like, What am I missing? I didn't see these numbers earlier on. I I did share with you last week about San Francisco and how it was a great time to buy there. But look at this home sales surge by double digits in pricey West Coast markets. This is a Redfin article. Just came out December 23rd. That's today, maybe tomorrow if you're watching this. I'm going to zoom in on a couple of things because I also made a graphic for you so that you can take a look at this. Let me see if I can highlight the graphic. Perfect. I can. So, top 6 states with the highest market surge in the West Coast, November 2024. Look at the surprise to me, Portland, Oregon. I mean, when I hear about Portland, Oregon, I hear how it's a dump and people are like homeless everywhere, and that's according to the media. But I'm looking at this. Here's like, I know inventory is up, and it's giving people more selection, especially in San Francisco. So, Portland, Oregon, 27.6%. San Jose, Seattle, right? All of these places that people were leaving, minus Sacramento and San Diego, that people were leaving during the pandemic, at least the top four, are showing massive surges. And I want to go back and show you now this article because we know that those areas have a much higher price point than 430,000, which is the national median. And I'm looking at this a little bit more, and here's what they've got to say about it. So I'm going to just read this to you as you, let me highlight it and we can read it together. There's low inventory. So if a house checks all the boxes, there we go, checks all the boxes, it's selling very quickly with multiple offers, said Bay Area Redfin Premier real estate agent Josh Felder. Even homes in the 1 million to 3 million range are getting 5 to 7 offers if they're move-in ready. If. Now, the secret word is if, because I showed you last week, our homes are on the market in San Francisco, and they're staying on the market for a long time, right? So it's if it's move-in ready and in the right neighborhood with, dude, that's a lot of right things, right schools, and they can sell for anywhere between 10% or 14% over the asking price. That's fine. There's a lot of money in Silicon Valley. You'd think there would be a finite supply of people who have $3.5 to $5 million for a home. Now, I also want to share with you some other things because if we look at this right here, and I'm going to highlight this in a different color so we can see it in blue. In San Jose, 58.6% of homes that sold in November went for above their list price. That's crazy. The highest among the 50 most populous U.S. metros in Redfin's analysis, aside from Newark, New Jersey, which we looked at last week. In third place is Nassau County in New York, 54%, followed by two other Bay areas, Oakland, 53, and San Francisco at 52.9. That's practically 53%. The point of this whole thing is showing you how you've got to pay attention to the numbers as interest rates go up and inventory either goes up or remains super low. San Francisco is a hit or miss in different areas. Last week we jumped in and we saw some prices being, going back to prices being at 2016 prices, some condos. And to me, that's a shock. I know it's undervalued. Hopefully the city turns around, but it's important to take a look at these numbers because I don't know that it's sustainable with the rates that we currently have, the mortgage rates. So we have to pay attention to a few things. There is going to come a time where we just have too much inventory, and all of a sudden that inventory causes prices to come down even more. And we just saw prices went up again. So are interest rates for mortgages going to continue to drop? Because they haven't lately, right? Especially with the news last week with the Fed raising the rates. Now it shot up rates. They're still in the low sevens, maybe high sixes. But what's going to happen next? I think we're going to see rates probably trickle down and stay in the sixes for next year. We're going to have to be careful to look at inventory. Inventory and that demand is going to really determine where prices are. And a lot of that demand is going to come down to people working. Are there enough jobs for people in those areas? Right? And are there schools? Are people going in, not moving out? And are the people coming in, are they able to afford those homes, or are they going to rent? And are there a lot of rental opportunities so people don't have to buy? They'll just rent instead. Anyway, a lot to think about. That was a surprise to me, and I wanted to share that with you. Have an awesome day.